Of course, you've heard a lot about Arch Manning to this point in his career, and you're going to hear a lot more during the leading up to the college football season, and certainly during the season, as the expectations are very high. The projection that he's going to go very high in the draft, that's going to create a lot of interest in terms of um, how good is he. Look, he's a good quarterback prospect. He's 6'4", he's athletic, he can run, his arm is good, not special arm talent, but it's really good. And I think he's got improved every year. He's a good young man. I think he does work very hard. I think the issue that he has, and the issue that everybody's going to look at, is they're going to take a polarizing snapshot. Well, he's a Manning. Well, he's got to be a Hall of Famer. He's got to be the number one pick. And then, whether he's good enough or not will be immaterial because, well, that's what he should be because he's a Manning. And then the other side of it is, well, he's overrated. He's a Manning. And if his name wasn't Manning, he wouldn't be that high. And the reality is the truth is somewhere in the middle as it normally is. Look, he's not real good in making decisions, and he's certainly not accurate when he's under duress. He needs a lot of work on that. And I think that if you look at how he's gotten better, I think he can get there. Is he going to necessarily be a flawless guy come draft time? No. He's not as good as, say, Andrew Luck was at this time, who was a little bit more developed in seeing the field and making plays under duress. But the floor is very high on him. And he certainly got all the requisite coaching at Texas and certainly with uncles to help him through this process. And again, the understanding is that he is going to work really hard. Could he be a Justin Herbert? I mean, could he be physically that type of guy? Well, Justin Herbert has a better arm. But he's a good guy. He works hard. He's athletic, good size. The guy can be a really good quarterback, and I think Arch will be. Playing well in big games, let me remind you that people are going to put on that and make determinations in that regard. Peyton did not play well against Florida his entire time at Tennessee. And there's a lot of talk about, well, in big games, he didn't show up well. A lot of talk about that in the NFL against the Patriots until they were able to beat them. Later in the career, I think Peyton was able to do it. Arch is probably in that similar category where if he wins a big game, they'll point to that and they'll overplay that. If he loses a big game, they will overplay that. The reality is he's got the skill sets to be good. He doesn't have the full polished skill set at this point, at least going into this season. I'm very curious to see how well he develops in that regard, and we'll see whether he can be somebody that could maybe take that next step. I think he's going to go high. I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play well, but exactly how good he is will be determined by the fact that how accurate he can be to all three levels, how accurate can he be outside the pocket, how accurate he could be under duress, making good decisions. Those are things, the internal clock in the pocket, those are the things he's got to improve upon. Who's to say that he can't improve upon it? I think he absolutely can. But will he? He has to do it. A lot of talk inaccurately comes from people that talk about the draft and prospects that really don't know what they're talking about, well, this guy's this, he's that. Nobody is anything. You have to have a certain skill set and you have to develop. And so this is why a lot of times when as scouts we look at players, we see things a lot differently because we see what he can be and then what it's going to take to get him there. And you've got to make a determination, is he somebody that you're willing to go to bat for in the draft? Everyone thinks it's a sure thing here or it's a sure thing on this side, that he will or won't make it. The reality is he's got a last name that's going to be polarizing, and the opinion on him are going to be polarizing. but he's got, quite frankly, more of a guy that's got ability, that's got potential, that needs to get better, likely will get better, and I think we'll have a good future. Hit the subscribe button if you would. Help keep this podcast free. We so appreciate you joining us and checking us out at LandryFootball.com as well. Help us grow. Hit the like, share button. We break down football, college, NFL. Bring your suggestions of things you want to hear from a coaching and scouting perspective. I'll provide it for you right here. Thanks again. Remember, hit that subscribe button. Take care.